this is gonna really help you to bring balance to the body and bring balance to the joints. So today, let's go ahead and start with a feet hip width. You're gonna stand with your legs making the number 11 and not feet together side by side, but the heels are gonna be right underneath the center of your thigh bones and the inner arches are going to be parallel. So take a moment now and look down at your feet and try to push down through the four corners of the feet. And when we talk about the four corners of the feet, we're talking about the soles of the feet and not counting the toes. That means the big ball of the foot, the small ball of the foot, and the two corners of the heels. So press down evenly through each of those four corners. And then grip the floor with your 10 toes. So our toes play a really important part in how our legs function, and using our toes is actually very beneficial. So go ahead and activate those 9 points. This is the foot lock. And as you activate, let's go ahead and circle the arms out and up, looking up, and just simply moving the arms. Exhale, arms down and looking forward. Couple more. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, looking up. Exhale, arms down and looking forward. Good. Inhale, circle, feet are active. Exhale, arms down and looking forward. And then one more. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, arms down and looking forward. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus, send your hips forward. Inhale, arms stretch up. Nice straight arms, allow your shoulders to go up naturally. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees, belly touches your thighs. Inhale as you lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. So here, keep a little bend in the knees. Keep your feet active. Exhale as you forward fold. Again, more of a bend in the knees, belly touches your thighs. Push down through the feet. Inhale, come up all the way. Circle the arms out and up. Exhale, arms come down. Good. One more set. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus. Send your hips forward. All 9 points of each foot active. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees, belly touches thighs. Inhale as you lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, come up all the way, circle the arms out and up. Good. And now exhale, chair pose. So here, the weight is going to naturally shift back toward the heels. Try to keep your toes on the floor, but shift the weight back. Bring hands to heart center, and then twisting to your right. Bring your right hand to your waist. Left hand grabs the outside of your right knee. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you twist to the right. Good. Try to keep the knees parallel to each other. Stay here as you inhale. All 9 points of the feet active. Exhale as you twist a little bit deeper. Inhale back to chair pose, arms stretch up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you forward fold. Push down through the feet. Inhale, come up all the way. Circle the arms out and up. Exhale again, chair pose. And twisting to your left, hands to heart center. Left hand to your waist. Right hand grabs the outside of the knee. Bring your awareness to the feet. All 9 points active. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you twist left. Stay here as you inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale back to chair pose, arms stretch up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you forward fold. Push down through the feet. Inhale, come up all the way. Circle the arms out and up. And then exhale, arms come down. Very nice. Bring your feet together side by side now. And so we're going to include 2 additional locks. So in addition to the foot lock, we have the pelvic floor lock. And what you're going to do is draw up the muscles between the legs. So for men, you're going to draw up the perineum. For women, you're going to draw up the cervical area. The third lock is the lower abdominals. You're going to activate from belly button down to the pubic area and go ahead and tighten those muscles. So don't suck them in. We're just going to contract them. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Preparing for a side bend. Exhale, right hand down. So right hand to the thigh. Inhale, stretch up to the ceiling. Keep the 3 locks on, the feet, pelvic floor, lower belly. Bump your hips to your left and keep stretching up to the right. Inhale, turn the head up. Hold here as you exhale. Inhale, both arms stretch up. Come back to center. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bump your hips to the right. Keep stretching up to the left. Stay here as you inhale. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, both arms up. One more set. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, bump your hips left. Keep stretching up to the ceiling. And now inhale, turn the head up. Hold here. Exhale, bend your left elbow, bring it to the ribs, and then turn your head down to the right. Inhale, left arm over the head. Keep all three locks on. Hold here as you exhale. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm stretches up. Exhale, bump your hips right, keep stretching up to the ceiling. Inhale, turn the head to the right. Exhale, bend the right elbow down to the ribs, turn your head down to the left. Inhale, right arm up. Hold here as you exhale. Inhale, both arms stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, belly touches thighs. Inhale as you lift up halfway. Exhale to tabletop position. So come onto your hands and knees. Let's take a couple of cat and cows. But in your cat and cows, on your inhale, tuck your toes to stretch the bottoms of the feet and start from your tailbone. So lift your tailbone up and move your awareness through each vertebrae as you go up the spine. Lastly, looking forward and up here. Exhale, point the toes, tuck your tailbone, and again, move your awareness through each vertebrae. So we're gonna try to articulate each part of the spine as we move in and out through cat and cow. Couple more, inhale, lift your tailbone. Good, moving up one vertebrae at a time. And even if, the spine doesn't actually move, you're still gonna move your awareness through that part. So point the toes, tuck your tailbone, and imagine yourself articulating each part of the spine. So we have a lot of nerves that come out through each section of the spine. They innervate the organs as well as the muscles. Go ahead and do one more round. Inhale, tuck your toes, stretch your heart forward, so they can really affect even the functioning of our internal organs. And then go ahead and point the toes, rounding your spine. Good, inhale, coming back to neutral position. Keep your toes tucked, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, C-curve to the right. So bring your right hip toward the right shoulder. And here, you're gonna think about contracting the right side of the body, lengthening the spine, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, contract the left side of the body and looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, contracting the right side of the body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, contracting the left side body. Inhale, back to center, good. And then point your toes back. Walk your hands forward about 4 to 5 inches. And now we're gonna engage our hand block. So make sure that your arms are parallel to each other. And then the way we activate our hand block is by pushing down through the base of the 4 fingers. So pressing down through, each of these 4 points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once you have that, grip the floor with the fingertips. So you're distributing the weight from the wrist all the way to the fingers. Activate those points now. And then on your exhale, send your hips back for child's pose. And you can relax here if you like in your child's pose. Inhale, lift your hips up, keep your shoulders behind your hands and push down, activate the hand block. Exhale, send the hips back for child's pose. Couple more, inhale, hips up, hand lock active. Exhale, pressing down, child's pose. And then one more, inhale, hips lift, hand block is engaged. And this time, tuck your toes, keep your hand lock on, lift your knees up, downward facing dog. So here, make sure that you start with bent knees, and this is gonna help you to stabilize your arms better. Okay, so if you straighten the knees immediately, it's gonna take away the space from your arms and your spine to be able to lengthen. So start with bent knees, keep hand lock on, and with your hand lock on, draw your elbows up in toward your armpits. So you activate your triceps as well as your biceps. Keep your hands active, send your hips back, and then pedal out the feet one at a time. Feel free to shake your head, yes and no, look left, look right as you do so. Good. Very nice. Let's take one more cycle of breath here. Good. And then on your next exhale, look between your hands, step the right foot forward and the left foot forward, feet hip width. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you forward fold, bending the knees, belly touches your thighs. Inhale, come up with the feet active, pelvic floor active, circle the arms out and up. And then exhale, arms come down. Good. Feet together side by side now. So anytime the feet are together side by side, you can think of them as one unit, which means that you're gonna think you can squeeze them together, okay? So in addition to activating your foot lock, squeeze the legs together, engage pelvic floor, lower belly. Inhale to chair pose, sweep your arms forward and up. Good. And then this time bring hands to heart center, squat way down. We're gonna twist to the right. So here, connect your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Lengthen the spine and twist. Now, if the elbow does not connect, you can lift your chest up and take the first version. Just go ahead and grabbing the outside of the knee with your hands. Okay, so here, inhale as you lengthen. Check in with your 3 locks, the foot lock, pelvic floor lock, lower belly. Stay here as you twist a little bit deeper. Inhale back to chair pose, arms stretch up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you forward fold. Push down through the feet, come up all the way, circle the arms out and up. Exhale again, chair pose. And then bring hands to heart center, squat way down, but make sure your lower belly is active and your pelvic floor is active. And then twist to your left. So right elbow to the outside of the knee as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you twist a little bit deeper. Good. So the twisting action is secondary to the stabilizing action. As you twist, make sure the foot lock is on, make sure pelvic floor is lock is on, and the lower belly is on. One more cycle of breath here as you inhale. Hold here as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, press up. And then hands to heart center. Very nice. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, bend your elbows again. So keep all 3 locks on, feet, pelvic floor, lower belly, hips press forward. You already even feel the glutes engage when you back bend. That's appropriate. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees, belly touches your thighs. Inhale as you lift up, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step it back to tabletop. In your tabletop now, again, hands shoulder width. In tabletop, your arms are going to be perpendicular to the floor. So in this position, you don't need to activate your hand lock just yet because sometimes it'll overstretch the ligaments in the wrist. So here you have your arms supporting the weight of the shoulder, so you don't have to be super, intense in the hand lock, but you can still press down. So here, push the floor away, separate the shoulder blades. You're gonna feel your spine kind of come into a cat-like position. If you have chronic tension in your upper back or in your neck, we're gonna do the additional action of sliding the shoulders down toward your hips. So the shoulders are gonna come apart. Maybe they slide down if you have chronic tension in the tops of the shoulders. And now engage pelvic floor and the lower belly. This is going to help to stabilize your lower back. And step back to full plank position. Now this is a lot today. You can always drop the knees down, stay in your plank. Otherwise, stay in your tabletop rather. Otherwise, if you are in plank, make sure the knees are drawing up so the quadriceps are active here. Good, and notice the head. If the head is drooping down, try to bring your head in line with the rest of your body. Stay here as you inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, downward facing dog. Good. Check in here, activate your hand block. Good. And then once the hands are active, good, then send your hips back. So Winnie, bend your knees a lot, and then send your hips way back toward the back wall. Yes, push your butt back toward the back wall. Good, good, good. Yes, good. Nice, and then begin to press the heels down toward the floor. Inhale, right leg back and up, very nice work. And then preparing for warrior one. Exhale, step your right foot forward, warrior one position. Bring your hands to your waist now. So here, for today, we're going to separate our feet hip width. Okay, so instead of lining up your front heel to the back heel, just like the width of your, your hips when you're standing in Tadasana mountain pose, you're gonna stand that wide apart. So the right foot is, lined up with the right hip, the left arch is gonna be lined up with your left hip. Straighten out the front leg, activate your foot lock, your pelvic floor and the lower belly, and then rebend the front knee. Okay, so here, you're going to just come to where you can maintain the locks. And then one more time, straighten out the front knee. And now bring your arms around like you're holding a beach ball here with your front knee straight. Okay, so you're gonna feel the shoulder blades separate here. On your inhale, bend your front knee, open up the arms, and then look to the right. Exhale, arms back to center, holding that beach ball. Inhale, arms out, looking left. Exhale, back to center. Couple more. Inhale, arms out, looking right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms out, looking left. Exhale, back to center. One more set. Inhale, arms out, looking right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms out, looking left. Exhale, back to center. Release the arms down. Inhale, arms stretch up. Warrior one position. Now in your warrior one position, allow your shoulders to naturally rise up so you can activate your triceps here. So just like you felt in down dog, you want to feel your triceps tighten and your arms are going to be nice and straight here. So bring your palms together, cross your thumbs, and stretch up to the ceiling. So here, it's okay if the shoulders go up. When the upper arm bone goes above the shoulders, it's proper anatomical movement for the shoulder blade to follow the movement of the arm. Now go ahead and stretch up and look up without dropping the head back. So see if you can keep your ears in line with your biceps, tilting the chin up and stretching up toward the ceiling. One more cycle of breath here. Good, back leg nice and strong. And then slowly back to center. Shift the weight to the right leg, preparing for warrior three. Point the left foot back. Keep your biceps squeezing to the ears and then slowly start to hinge down. So those of you, if you have tight hamstrings, micro bending that front knee when you come forward into warrior three, it's perfectly fine. But you want to really make sure that that back leg is straight. So extend that back leg all the way until you feel the quadricep activate and stretch forward with the fingertips. One more cycle of breath here. On your next inhale, slowly come back to warrior one position. Good, release the hands, arms stretching up. And then exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale to tabletop or plank again. So tabletop and plank, good opportunity to bring awareness to what's happening in the shoulders and how to stabilize the shoulders. So separate the shoulder blades and maybe you hug them down a little bit, especially if you feel like the back of the neck is crunching up and tightening. Activate pelvic floor, lower belly, and keep your kneecaps drawing up. Good, so nice long body here. Yeah, Lisa, shoulders way forward, and then feet way back, so we're in plank position. Stay here as you inhale, neck is long, and then exhale, downward facing dog, bending your knees. So we always start with bent knees, and then send your hips way back, like you're gonna try to put your bottom on the wall behind you. Yes, good, and then lastly, you can press the heels down toward the floor. Inhale, left leg back and up if you have space, and then exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior one. Pivot the right heel down. Again, standing, when you're standing, making sure that you're not lining up heel to heel. You're actually standing a little bit staggered left to right so that your hips can still face forward here, okay? So here, straighten out the front leg. Activate both feet, all 9 points. Activate your pelvic floor, lower belly. And then bring your arms around that imaginary beach ball. So we're moving the shoulder blades here. We're protracting them or separating them apart. Inhale, bend your front knee, arms out, look to your left, and now the shoulder blades are coming together or retracting. Exhale, back to center. You can accentuate the protraction by pulling the shoulder blades gently apart here. Inhale, arms out, looking right. Exhale, back to center. Couple more. Inhale, arms out, looking left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms out, looking right. Exhale, back to center. One more set. Inhale, arms out, looking left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms out, looking right. Exhale, back to center. Good. Inhale, arms stretch up, warrior one position. And again, allow your shoulders to naturally rise until you feel the action of your triceps. So your triceps are tightening here. You don't have to purposely pull them down or pull them up. Just let them naturally do whatever they need to so you can straighten out your arms. And now bring your palms together, cross your thumbs, opposite thumb on top, so the more awkward grip for most of you. And stretch up to the ceiling. And without dropping the head back, see if you can just tilt your chin up as you look up. And maybe some of you can start to stretch further up and maybe lean back, but resist the urge to collapse into the lower backs. Feel like you're lifting the back of the ribs as you lean back. So we want an evenly distributed back bend here. One more cycle of breath here. Very nice work, everyone. Beautiful. Slowly come back to center, preparing for warrior three. Shift the weight to your left leg. Now, before you come down, already, make sure that back leg is straight. So resist the urge to bend that back knee. Keep the right kneecap sucking up into the thigh bone as you stretch out, and then slowly come down in one piece. Now, if you need to bend that front knee a little bit, that's perfectly fine here. If you need to bend the bottom knee rather, but we want the top knee to be as straight as you can. Good. Keep stretching forward, squeeze the biceps to the ears as you extend the back leg. One more cycle of breath here. And then slowly coming back, warrior one position, arms stretching up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, high plank position. Good. And in your high plank, as always, if you need to, you can drop down to the knees. Otherwise, we're going to stay in the high plank. Separate the shoulder blades. Hug them down toward your hips if you feel like the back of the neck is scrunching up. And bring your head in line with the rest of the body. So engage pelvic floor, lower belly. These are all your different locks. Keep your kneecaps drawing up. And now we're going to do something called Twizzlers. Got this from Yoga Detour. You can check them out online as well. So we're gonna just move the legs on your inhale, stay here. On your exhale, spin the heels to the right and keep your legs straight, keep your hips lifted. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, spin the heels down to your left. So your legs are in side plank, but your trunk is in regular plank. Inhale, back to center, feet are wider than hip width. Exhale, spin the heels to the right, looking down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, spin the heels to the left. Make sure the legs are straight. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Get bending the knees, push down through the hand lock. And then child's pose. So come down to the knees. And then toes touching. Feel free to bend your elbows here in your child's pose, or you can straighten them out if you want more of a stretch. Couple of breaths here. Good. All right, and then on your next inhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Good. So activating the hands here, and then bending your knees, hips go way back. Good. Nice, and relax the head here. Good. All right. On your next exhale, look between your hands. Step your left foot forward and the right foot forward. Feet hip width. Inhale as you lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you forward fold, bending the knees, belly touches your thighs. And then inhale, coming up all the way. Circle the arms out and up. Good. And then exhale, arms come down. Very nice. Okay, so let's go to bring your hands to your waist and bring your feet together side by side. And go ahead and point your right foot forward and circle the foot around a few times in one direction. And then the other direction. Good. So now we're going to slide the right toes back, right foot back, and you're going to place the top of the right foot on the floor. So the toes are going to be pointing back. You can look here. We're going to stretch the tops of the feet, and this is something we don't do very often. So go ahead and bend the right knee gently. It can be a soft bend. And then on your inhale, draw the right knee up. But keep the top of the foot onto the floor. So we're stretching the whole front side of the foot as well as the front side of the calf. Exhale as you bend. Inhale, draw the knee up. Exhale as you bend. Continue, inhale, right knee draws up. Exhale as you bend. And then one more, inhale, knee draws up. Stay here as you inhale. Stay here as you exhale. Good. And go ahead and release, point the toes forward one more time, circle it around a few times. And then other side, feet together side by side. And go ahead and point the left toes back and place the top of the left foot onto the floor. So we're stretching the top of the foot, like so. And starting with a bent knee, so back knee bends slightly. On your inhale, draw the knee up. Exhale as you bend. Continue, inhale, knee draws up. Exhale as you bend. Inhale, knee up. Exhale as you bend. And then one more, inhale, knee draws up. Stay here as you exhale. Stay here as you inhale. One last breath, exhale. And then inhale, release, point the toes forward. Good. Very nice work. All right, and again, feet hip width. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, bend the elbows, hips press forward, make sure feet are active. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees forward, fold, lay the belly on your thighs. Inhale as you lift up halfway. Exhale, step it back to high plank position. Stay here in high plank. Good. And now drop down to the knees in your high plank. So we're coming into a kind of like a half plank position. Lift your feet up and cross your ankles. Good. So listening carefully now, engage your pelvic floor, engage the lower belly, and keep the shoulder blades separating apart here. Shift your whole body forward and lower down just 1 inch. So we're doing like a 1 inch half chaturanga. Inhale, push back up. Good. Back of the neck is long. Shift your body forward, lower down 1 inch. Inhale, push up. Good. One more set. Shift your body forward. Exhale, lower down 1 inch. Good. Elbows hugging in toward the body. Inhale, push up. And then shift your whole body forward. Exhale, bend straight back. Yeah, straight back behind you. So I know Floor's looking at me. So make sure that the elbows don't pop out to the side. They're gonna go straight back behind you. And then coming back up. Uncross, straighten out your legs. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, activate the hands and send your hips way back here. Good. And then when you're ready, inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward, warrior two. Line up front heel to the back heel or the back arch now. So warrior two position. So front heel to back heel or front heel to back arch. And whenever your body's facing sideways, you're gonna feel like you're in one line. So circle the left arm all the way around. And Just notice that front heel. You know, there's nothing wrong with the knee passing the ankle, but for some people, if you have knee tenderness, this is going to overstretch the ligaments in that front knee. So if that doesn't feel good for you, then slide the foot forward. Okay. All right, bring your hands to your waist, straighten out the front knee. Activate your foot lock. So all 9 points of both feet. Engage pelvic floor and the lower belly. And re-bend into your warrior two. Good. So you're only going to go as far as you can while maintaining your 3 locks. And then stretch the arms out. And then look to the right. So notice the relationship between your feet and your legs and your hips. So when you have your 9 points of the feet active, you're going to feel a lot more stability in the legs and in the hips. So in essence, what you're doing is you're recruiting all the muscles that are necessary right now for stability. Let there be a sense of ease in the shoulders. One more cycle of breath here. And then on your next inhale, flip the front palm, stretch up to the ceiling, and again, feel the lifting and the lengthening of the spine first, and just leaning back. So you're lifting and then leaning back without attempting to compress the backside of your body. Yes, so the front side lifting is more important than the backside bending. One more cycle of breath here. Very nice work. Good. And then slowly come back to your warrior two, straighten the front leg. Take a little bit of a smaller step in. So we're gonna do a modified triangle now. And here, if you have hyperextended knees, you can micro bend that front knee as well, okay? So on your inhale, tilt your arms, simply bring the right arm down, left arm up, okay? Make sure your 3 locks are on your foot, pelvic floor, lower belly. Flip the left palm to the side and inhale, stretch up. And then exhale up and over. So this feels like a combination triangle and a back bend here. Not a triangle and a side bending. So inhale, turn your head up to the left. And then exhale, bring your left arm, sweep it behind the back in a bind. And then look down to the floor. Inhale, left arm over the top of the head, looking up. Exhale, left arm behind the back and looking down. Continue, inhale, left arm sweeps up and over, looking up. Exhale, left arm behind the back, looking down. One more, inhale, up and over. Good. This time we're gonna stay here, keep stretching up and over as you look up. So here, the challenge is, again, not how deep you can bend, but can you keep your 3 locks on? Good, and then Maya, see if you can stretch all the way over the top of the head. So think of it as a side bend here. So instead of stretching up to the ceiling, this is kind of like a side bending feeling, all the way over. So you're stretching from your left armpit all the way down. So stretch all the way, yes, beautiful. And then go ahead and look up. One more cycle of breath here. Amazing work, everyone. Slowly come back to your warrior two position. Good, stay here as you inhale. And then exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale to high plank. Stay here in high plank. Now you have 2 options. The first option is to drop down to the knees like we did the first time. Second option is to stay in a high plank. So separate the shoulder blades, hug them down, keep the back of the neck long. Keep your pelvic floor, lower belly active and draw your knees up. So the whole spine is lengthening. Shift your whole body forward. Lower down just 1 inch. Elbows bend back behind you. Inhale to upward facing dog. So toes point back. Some of you, if you can, draw your kneecaps up. And then lift up through the top of the head. Exhale, downward facing dog. Activating your hands here. Send your hips way back. So again, in down dog, always starting with bent knees so you can activate your hand lock. Good. And then whenever you're ready, hips come back, press the heels down toward the floor. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, left foot forward, warrior two. Pivot the right heel down. And again, now we're in one line, so you can circle the right arm all the way around, lining up front heel to the back heel or front heel to the back arch. Nice, and then just look down at the knees, feel tender. You can slide your front knee forward a little bit. So bring your hands to your waist, straighten the front leg. Why do we straighten this front leg? Because it's a lot easier to activate your locks when your legs are straight. So push down through those 9 points, engage pelvic floor, lower belly, and then re-bend. So any of you who have chronic tension or pain in the hips and in the lower back, the action of the locks is really important because it helps to recruit all the muscles. So typically when the hips and lower back are painful, it's because some muscles are working too hard and some aren't working enough. Okay, so we're gonna bring the arms out and then look to your left. So paradoxically, it seems like you have to invest more work to engage your locks, but you will actually feel much better, you know, because now the work is distributed across more muscle groups instead of, you know, maybe just a couple that have been working and have been working over time. So notice now, you know, the distribution of work through the legs when you activate your feet. And if you notice that there are certain points in the feet that are hard to engage, that's your work. That reveals to you where the more asleep areas are in the body. On your inhale, flip your front palm, lift up. So again, think of more of an opening in the front side. And once you have that opening, then maybe leaning back. So yes, there is a compression, but the first priority is more of a lengthening, and then we go into the bending. And when we do so, then we move the spine in a very stable manner, which means that we're not creating friction or compression between the moving parts. Very nice work, everyone. Good. One more cycle of breath here. Very nice, and then slowly back to warrior two. We're praying for a modified triangle, straighten the front knee. Take a small step in if you need to. And again, if you have hyperextended knees like I do, you can bend that front knee, and that's gonna help to prevent that overstretching in the ligaments. So in this triangle, we're just gonna tilt the arms, left hand down, right arm up, flip the palm so that it's facing the side. And now inhale, stretch up. Exhale all the way up and over. So we're coming into kind of like a side bend here. The left hand can slide down that leg until it's in a comfortable position. Inhale, turn the head up. Exhale, sweep your right arm behind the back and then look down at the floor. Inhale, right arm over the head, looking up, stretching all the way forward. Exhale, right arm behind the back and looking down. Continue, inhale, right arm up and over. Exhale, right arm behind the back, looking down. And then one more, inhale, right arm up and over. Good, stay here, a couple of breaths. So again, the challenge is, can you keep your base steady? Anytime we move the upper half of the body, the challenge is to keep the bottom half of the body as stable as you can. So the more stability you have in the bottom half of the body, the more freedom of movement you're gonna have in the top half of the body. One more cycle of breath here. Good. Slowly come back to your warrior two position. Stay here as you inhale. And then exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale to high plank position. Yep. Now, if you want to challenge yourself and you know how to do a full side plank, bring your feet together side by side. Set up your regular plank, shoulders apart, pelvic floor active, kneecaps drawing up. Roll to the right side, stack the feet, flex the feet, left arm up. If this is a lot today, take modified. Drop the right knee down. Place the left foot flat on the floor. And then stretch up. So the key here in your side plank is to activate your locks. So draw your pelvic floor up. Engage the lower belly. That's going to help to stabilize your hips, which want to fold here. And push the right hand into the floor. Push the left foot into the floor. And the last one is the throat. So you're going to gently tuck your chin, lengthening the neck. On your next exhale, left hand down. Come back to your high plank if you're doing full expression, or you can just come down to your tabletop if you're doing modified. So feet together side by side if you are in your full plank. Push the floor away, engage all the locks, and roll onto the edge of your left foot. Stack the feet, flex the feet. Or you can drop, or you can stretch the right foot back and pivot the right sole of the foot down. So wherever you are, again, the foundational action is to stabilize. It's not the movement itself. you know, we use these yoga postures not as the goal of our practice, but just the tool. And through these poses, we discover where the imbalances are in the body. So where are the imbalances in the, you know, in our abilities to stabilize the moving parts. One more cycle of breath here. Good. And then on your next exhale, right hand down. Good. And then let's take a couple of cat and cows here. Inhale, tuck your toes, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, point the toes around the spine. One more set. Inhale, tuck your toes, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, point the toes, rounding your spine. And then inhale, coming back to center. And then sit the hips back for child's pose. Really nice work, everyone. So taking a break at any time, and that goes, and you know, well, yeah, it goes with saying, but you know, you just want to make sure that you do what you can on any given day. Good. All right, and then on your next inhale, slowly come up to your tabletop position. Walk your knees forward, and then make your way onto your back. So go ahead and flip around onto your back, and hug your knees into your chest. Circle the knees around in one direction. And then circle in the opposite direction. Very nice. All right, bring your feet to the mat. Knees and feet hip width. Arms down alongside your body now. Praying for bridge lifts. So keep your knees and feet hip width. On your inhale, bring awareness to the 9 points of the feet. Engage your pelvic floor. And then inhale, lift your hips up. So you're gonna feel the glutes engage here. That is perfectly appropriate when you do back bending. Exhale as you slowly lower. Let's do that one more time. Inhale as you lift. All 9 points active as you activate pelvic floor. And then exhale as you lower. So we're gonna do a one arm bridge now. Turn your head to the right. On your inhale, raise the right arm up to the ear, so all the way back toward the floor. Turn your head up to the ceiling one more time, and then lift your hips up. So one arm bridge, one arm up, one arm down. Exhale, right arm down, hips down, look to your left. Inhale, raise the left arm up to the ear. Turn your head back to center, lift your hips up. Exhale, left arm down, hips down, look to the right. One more set. Inhale, right arm up, hips up, looking up, kind of like you're doing backstroke here. Exhale, arm down, hips down, looking left. And then last one, inhale, left arm up, hips up, looking up. Exhale, left arm down, hips down, looking right. Turn your head back to center. Inhale, raise both arms up, hips up. And then exhale, arms down, hips down. Very nice. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Circle the knees around a few times. Circling in one direction. And then the opposite direction whenever you're ready. And then bring your feet to the mat. Half pigeon. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Take your right hand, reach in the space between your thighs and grab your left thigh. And go ahead and circle the left thigh around a few times in one direction. Good. And then circle in the opposite direction. Nice, I'm going to pull the left thigh in and hold here and circle both feet around. Good. All right, and then exhale as you release, uncross, and then bring your left ankle over the right knee, and then reach in the space between the thighs, grab your right thigh, and circle the right thigh around a few times in one direction. And the opposite direction. Good, and then hello, those of you on Instagram Live. I just wanted to let you know, sometimes I go off screen just because I'm looking at what's happening on the screen in my Zoom class. So glad you guys can join me. All right. Good. I'm going to pull the right thigh in, hold here, and circle both feet around. Very nice work. Good. And then exhale as you release, extend both legs out in front of you, shake out your legs a little bit and circle the feet around. Let's take a happy baby, bending your knees, reach between the knees, grab the outer edges of your feet here. And try to press your spine into the floor, so flattening your spine into the floor, and then pulling the knees down, and then rock left to right a few times. Good. All right, and then whenever you're ready, take your index and middle fingers and hook your big toes. On your inhale, extend the right leg out to the side. And then exhale as you bend the right knee. Inhale, extend the left leg out. Exhale as you bend. Inhale, extend the right leg out. Exhale as you bend. Inhale, extend the left leg out. Exhale as you bend. Inhale, extend both legs out. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can think about pulling the legs down toward the floor. Good. Very nice. All right, and then exhale, release. Good. Bring your knees together, hug your knees back into your chest and give yourself a squeeze. Good. All right, let's take a spine twist. Stretch out your left leg now. Actually, before we do a spine twist, let's do a wind removing. So pull the right knee in toward the outer right ribs. So stretching out your left leg and go ahead and pull the knee up. Take a few breaths here. And then gently lengthen back of the neck. So if the shoulders are kind of scrunching up toward your ears, think about drawing your shoulders down and lengthening the back of the neck. One more cycle of breath here. And then releasing your knee a little bit. So knee comes away from your chest a little bit. Preparing for a spine twist, reach the right arm out. Left hand grabs the outside of the right knee and then twist to your left. So if you have space, you can straighten out your right arm. If not, go ahead and bend your right arm like a cactus. And then look to the right. Good. So allowing that right hip to come up off the floor, very nice. And then slowly coming back to center, Pull the right knee up one more time. And exhale, release. Left knee comes up, so go ahead and grab your left knee, pull it up toward the outer left ribs. And then, yeah, you can either straighten the right leg. Maybe most of you guys straighten the first time. So yeah, go and keep the right leg straight. Good. And then on your next exhale, release the knee a little bit. And then right hand switches to the outside of the knee, twist to the right, and reach the left arm out. So left arm straight. If you don't have room, you can go ahead and cactus the left elbow. Good. Slowly back to center. Pull both knees up one more time. Give yourself a squeeze and then circle the knees around. Circling in one direction and circling in the opposite. And the final resting pose. So stretch out your legs, relax your arms alongside the body. See if it feels okay to turn the palms up and keep the arms nice and relaxed here. Feel free to spread out a little bit with the legs. And if it doesn't feel good for you to keep the legs straight, you can always bend your knees here and drop your knees together in half Shavasana, so half resting pose. And if you're going to do this, just make sure your feet are a little bit wider than the hips. And that way you can allow your whole spine to relax into the floor. So wherever you are, allow your whole body to sink into the ground. Allowing the full weight of the body to be supported by the ground. Good. Let's take a couple of more breaths here. And then bringing awareness back to your body and to your breath. Starting to move the hands and the feet. Inhale, stretch the arms above the head, stretch the legs down. And then exhale, bending your knees, roll to one side and press yourselves back up to seated position. Get hands to heart center. Inhale as you lift the heart. Exhale as you bow the head. Thank you all for your beautiful practice this morning. Namaste. Great. Awesome. So those of you who are interested, tomorrow morning I'm doing a little workshop style lecture and discussion on the Enneagram. So if you guys are interested, the Enneagram is just a tool that helps us to kind of, it's a self-assessment tool that helps us to become more aware of our personality patterns that might lead us to, you know, situations where it's not ideal for us. So if you're interested, you can just look on my Instagram and it gives you more information. So thank you guys so much for practicing with me this morning. You guys are amazing. Great. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you, Angie. Bye.
Oh, I should take a screenshot. Wait, hold on. Let me do a screenshot before everybody leaves. Hold on a minute. This is so cute. Look at all these beautiful faces. Oh my gosh. Yay. Bye.
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 All right. Bye, guys.